Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews movies and talks about nerd shit. This is episode 808. And as always, this is the Nerd Kind of here to host the show. Lunch, my wonderful co-host, Brian Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday night. And if you didn't know, that 808 spells Bob.
Yep, Bob. And
it's the Bob episode.
We 100% will not be making it to 8,008, but that would be boob.
They might put our brains in jars and make us do it.
Maybe, yeah. But if it was 8,008, it would be boob.
Boob.
And if it was 8,085, it would be boobs.
Boobs.
Yeah.
How do we get to boobies?
Our children. My children.
Our children's. Well, your children's. I'm not having any.
Yeah. That's how we make it to 8,085. 8,815. Yeah.
All we left for inheritance was this podcast.
Yeah. Of course, we're here to continue on with some more 2025 movies to talk about. And today we're going to be looking at the new Knives Out film, Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. But before we can go ahead and get into that, Brad, how are you?
Can't really complain. Got my health.
Yeah.
Didn't die.
Yeah.
I mean, work's
What'd you get up to this weekend, man?
It's always been a pain in the ass. I didn't do shit.
No?
No, like my dog got sick, my wife got sick, everybody was sick.
What's going on, man? How's that? Did she get that fucking super flu strand or something?
No, she was. I don't know what was wrong with Brenda, but it wasn't like a super flu. It was like she just wasn't feeling well.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks, man.
What happened?
I hope she feels better. I went to Monterrey and
have fun.
Yeah, I had to take a nap before this. I got home from work. I went and took a nap. I was like, dude,
man, you're getting up there, aren't you?
Huh?
Getting up there, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, it's because when you told me that the group that's gonna be playing is like this really big one from over there, and I'm like, okay. This is gonna be a good one then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a drink of coffee at 10 p.m. to make sure that I last the whole night.
Mm-hmm.
So, that turned into
espresso.
That turned into falling asleep like around maybe like 4:15.
No, sir, not anymore.
And then waking up at like 9 to eat breakfast.
No, sir, not anymore.
Yeah, so
I don't do that.
Yeah.
If I can make it to 2, I've achieved great.
I usually make it to like 1 or 2, and I'm like, okay, guys.
I'm just done.
Cousins, let's go home. They'll be like, hey, you want to go home? I'm like, yeah. This time it was like around like 3 something. They're like, hey, we're going home, but you can stay with your aunt and your cousins if you want to stay and watch the rest of it. I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to stay and watch the rest of it. But look, man, it was a lot of fun. I appreciate my cousin for inviting me to her party, and it was cool. But yeah, I'm fucking tired. I was fucking tired because now I fell asleep. I think I'm good.
I believe it.
I'm gonna be able to wake up and then go to sleep tonight after I work out, and then wake up tomorrow and be able to train my new coworker. I wanted to see if I could buy some stuff over there, but we're not going to be there for a long time, so that will have to wait until I go back in March for my birthday. But other than that, Brad, that's all I did, dude. I'm trying to think if I did anything big. Oh! I mean, every time I go over there, I have to break the diet, because how am I gonna eat the shit I usually eat over there?
Exactly.
Yeah. I got this this big ass pork rind, like flat pork rind.
Like a chicharron?
Yeah, chicharron. Yeah, chicharron. Oh. Yeah. Which
or in Louisiana, and this is where I say Cajuns and Mexicans. I think there is some genetic similarity in that.
Yeah.
Because we have Shit, I just have crackling. We have crackling, which is the same shit.
Yeah. Well, it was great. So I had a big ass fucking chicharron, and then it had like refried beans,
Ooh, on it.
uh, yeah, cabbage, cream, like not sour cream,
So,
Mexican cream.
so like a chicharron tostada.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah,
cabbage,
need
Mexican cream,
need to
and
up with that.
salsa Valentina on it. That shit was so fucking
Oh,
good. My cousin was like, "Hey, you
okay,
want one?" I'm
okay,
like,
okay, okay. I know you're gonna get hate for this, and I don't care. Valentine or Cholula?
"I like Valentina. Look, I like both, but it always
I
depends
think
on
it's
what."
dependent. I think it's dependent. Breakfast, I'm going Cholula. Cholula.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
like,
for
if
like
I'm putting
lunch
it
and
on
dinner,
snack, you
yeah,
know,
Valentine. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You can tell this by the board. Like, I know this.
Yep.
What about the uncle Tapatio?
That's on occasion.
On
No, maybe.
occasion, but I'm more like I'll usually stick to Cholula for
Yeah,
breakfast.
I like Cholula. I like Valentina.
Yeah.
Um, um, and
This man's mouth is drooling.
crystals. You know, I like crystals. What's it called? The hot sauce.
Oh, the Cajun, the Cajun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
good with
crystals.
seafood. Yeah,
Yeah,
I always
that
put
tastes
that
great on seafood.
in the gumbo I get in my favorite restaurant up north.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, that's all. That's really good stuff. But yeah, I just yeah, I ate that and I was like, damn, bro, this shit good as fuck right now, bro. I was like, this hit. Because I hadn't ate that much before that when we got there. So I was like, he was like, hey, you want one? I'm like, fuck yeah, let's see what this is all about. I'm like, okay. Because before that, my little cousin was like, can you take me to the corner store? I'm like, man, sure, let's go. And it was like, get some chips. I'm like, AKA, like, have my grandma buy me chips. Yeah. So I ate that, and he was like, "Hey, you want this thing? I'm gonna go and get some." My other cousin, I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Okay, all right, let me try it out." Dude, that shit was so fucking good. But I was watching. I did the responsible thing of trying to finish up Sentimental Value, which, by the way, from what I have watched right now, it's really really good. But I was very tired, so I did not get to finish this movie. But I managed to pause it before I fell asleep.
There you go. So you know
Yeah.
where to restart.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I know where I'm gonna
That's
resume.
one of those you like take a photo
Yeah,
before you fall asleep.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, dude, this is getting really good. I was like, okay, let me, what's it called? Do this thing here.
Let me pause it
Um,
real quick.
yeah, but yeah, I was just like, dude, I am fucking sleepy. I was like, dude, this is not gonna happen today. Um, but yeah, man, I was very sleepy. And yeah, now I'm just like, okay, all right, let's do this thing. So, we don't have any Stacy in here right now.
No Stacy right now, and whoever was in left. So we
Yeah,
miss you
probably
already.
for Stacy's probably working right now.
Yeah, it is a
Wait,
Tuesday.
wait, yeah, yeah, because yesterday was Martin Luther King Day. I doubt that matters to Stacy because he probably was put to work.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I got an Amazon package delivered on MLK Day, so those guys are working.
Yep.
Well, it
Um,
used to be. So it used to be the mail would deliver the Amazon. USPS. Well, now
yeah,
Amazon has built their own place and has moved in, and
yeah,
so now which is funny because their vans only say like delivery car. It doesn't say like Amazon on the side. It's just a big white van that says delivery car, but the dudes are wearing Amazon like vests.
yeah. Did you get to watch any movies this weekend, Brad?
No,
No.
I don't think I did.
I was able to rewatch this one for a little bit, and other than that, I didn't
Where's
get to watch
Stacy?
anything.
There's Stacy. Hi, Stacy.
Yeah, where is that weird? What's up, Stacy? Um, I guess with that being said, we should probably do this thing, right, Brad?
Yeah, I'm sure people are getting tired of us talking about chicharrones.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad thing to talk about.
I mean, they're delicious.
Um, with that being said, if you have not watched the Wake Up Dead Man, you should probably get out of here. We care about spoilers, but if you don't care about spoilers, you've already watched Wake Up Dead Man. Go ahead and stay. All right, here it goes. This is your warning, point warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerd Court is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code TheNerdCourt. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. Wake Up Dead Man, marketed as Wake Up Dead Man and Knives Out Mystery, is a 2025 American mystery film written and directed by Rian Johnson. It is the third film in the Knives Out series. The film stars Daniel Craig, who reprises his role as a master detective Benoit Blanc. In the film, Blanc investigates the death of a divisive Catholic priest against the backdrop of a missing inheritance. The ensemble cast also includes Josh O'Connor, Glenn Close, Josh Brolin, Mila Kunis, Jeremy Renner, Kerry Washington, Andrew Scott, Kaylee Spaney, Daryl McCormack, and Thomas Hayden Church.
Stacy, this was not directed by George Lucas.
No.
Come on.
The film had its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival on September 6, 2025, and was released in select theaters on November 26th, before streaming on Netflix on December 12th. Like its predecessors, it received generally positive reviews with most praise for the performances, in particularly those of Craig and O'Connor. And of course, cinematography by Steve Yedlin, edited by Bob Ducassi, music by Nathan Johnson. Is that his brother? No, his cousin. Sits at 2 hours and 22 minutes and on a budget of $151.7 million, which highly it says better source needed. So
that is a lot of money. I mean, there are big names in this.
I highly doubt that is the
what was Glass Onion
budget for that?
What was and Glass Onion had, I think, more bigger names and definitely a higher.
I don't know, Brad, but that sounds like
Glass Onion was $40 million.
Nah, bro, there's no way that this movie's 151
like you can look at Glass Onion and the sets and everything they did there, and the actors in that, and you look at this, there's no way.
Yeah,
I could see 40-50 million.
Yeah, no fucking way that this movie was that much.
Nah.
This that's fucking crazy.
That better source needed should be in big and bold right there.
Yeah, no, ain't no fucking way, Brad. There ain't no fucking way. That is a lot of fucking money to be spending on that. Which is not to say anything bad about the movie, but that is a lot of money for something that's not a fucking like Avengers or something, dude.
Yeah, over Star Wars or anything to that effect.
If they did manage, congrats to Rian Johnson for getting that much money for this movie. That is crazy.
I mean, did they just go, what was Frankenstein's budget?
Yeah. What we give Guillermo?
We'll just go with that.
Yeah. But with that being said, we should probably go ahead and do this thing. So, Brad.
Daniel Craig required his own trailer in his own town on his own island. Now, they are saying that Daniel Craig did get like $50 million in these movies.
That's
the rumor I've heard is Daniel Craig has been getting like $50 million for his movie appearances.
That's a lot of fucking money,
That's
Brad.
a lot of fucking money. And he wasn't even half the movie. I'm not being real here.
Brad, it also made $2.5 million at the box office.
Yeah, but it's a Netflix, so.
Yeah, well, it's because that was the what's it called, the stuff at the limited release, which is kind of crazy to make for a limited release.
For limited, because it's not a lot. But how does Netflix, like, does their viewership go up, or is it just keeping their viewership?
I guess what they look at is a mix of, how much have we made from, the debut, right? Mm-hmm. But also how much are we keeping, as we keep going, right? Like, How much is there? How much is it on the week after it drops? How much is it on like 2 weeks after it drops and all that
I
stuff?
mean, because are you really getting a large collective to like sign up for Netflix to watch Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Tale?
Who
Maybe,
knows,
maybe,
bro?
maybe the ones who like watched Glass Onion and the previous one.
Yeah, I have no idea, man. But it's like this is the question we have with all of these, releases. It's like, how does this work? How does this work? How does this work?
Mm-hmm.
Like we never really know how all this works. But Brad, what are your initial thoughts on Wake Up Dead Man?
Anytime I watch these Ryan Johnson movies, especially the mystery thriller, uh, almost noir detective, I always go back to Brick. Like that's the first thing that always pops in my mind is first time I watch Brick, and I go, "This man knows how to make a movie." Because it was in the same semblance. It's just it had no funding, and the cast was very new and very young, but very good. And it just shows like Ryan Johnson's progression into what we see now, and what I saw with Glass Onion is everything gets a little more spectacular, but the bones and the structure that was in Brick is still in here, and it's just a good mystery thriller movie. And so I enjoyed it. I think the one thing I would say though is I think if I had spaced it out between Glass Onion and this one, I probably would have enjoyed this one more than I did because Glass Onion is just so good.
You watched this right after watching
Right after
Glass
Glass
Onion?
Onion, yeah, yeah. Glass Onion is just so phenomenal and so good that I think this one kind of fails a little bit in comparison, but it's still good and still a good mystery. I love Josh O'Connor in this. I think it's the whole reason I watched his other movie after. I just he was really great in this. Josh Brolin is scary as shit. And then of course Daniel Craig as the detective. Um, I mean that's what I want to see, honestly. Is I wish he was. Although I will say he wasn't on. Like I said, he was only in half the movie, Daniel Craig, and so I think that's might what hurts this because that Benoit Blanc character provides some comedy relief in a very dark kind of story, and so
Hmm.
I think it's missing that in some ways. But I still think it's good. I still enjoyed it. Um, but again, I think Glass Onion kind of tampered this one down for me. And I think if people like watch Glass Onion and then give it a month and watch this, you'll probably enjoy it more.
I actually did the opposite here, Brad. I watched this one and then I watched Glass Onion right after.
Mm-hmm.
It actually made me really, what's it called, appreciate Glass Onion more
Glass Onion is so good.
because Glass Onion is so good. But that is not to say that the movie isn't good. I actually really like this movie, but
I think the
I
whole
do,
Knives Out trilogy is good so far.
yeah, I do just wonder like why they decided to keep Benoit like out of this movie for like almost
Half the
20
movie,
minutes.
like half like a long time, right? And then he's.
Yeah, I was like, huh. I was like, what's going on? Like, I'm like, you usually get to Benoit pretty quick.
I mean, they were definitely telling the backstory of Josh O'Connor's character. So they were there. I know what they were trying to do, but again, it's a Knives Out story. You're expecting Benoit Blanc right there at the beginning, and he just wasn't. So they did something different and not necessarily better, but I give props to Ryan Johnson for trying something.
Yeah, I was just kind of like tripped out because of that because I was like, okay, this isn't seems to be
Like, is this a Knives Out movie? Like,
uh
where's Daniel
song
Craig?
set for Netflix before you get your popcorn. Yeah. Oh my god, man! Imagine you try to go and what's it called eat get popcorn. You're like, hey, I need you to sign up for Netflix real quick.
Hey, there's a QR code on here on this, so you got to do
Yeah.
this real quick before we give you the popcorn. Like, like I know you already paid for the popcorn, but we can't give it to you
Mm.
without you doing the QR code and sign up for Netflix. Like, can you do that for me real quick? I'll put some extra butter on it, but I'm going to charge you.
Um. So, um, What, Brad? I thought that this was a really good cast, but
It's
once again,
it's good again, but then you compare it to Glass Onion, and you're like, I feel like Glass Onion had a bigger budget, which I can't see the 150 million unless Daniel Craig ran off with like 100 million.
yeah. Um, I loved Josh O'Connor in this movie, of course. Glenn Close is pretty damn good in this movie. Josh
I,
Brolin, 100%. Brad is fucking scary in this movie.
Josh Brolin is so. We've seen Josh Brolin, I'm sure, scary in a few other things, but this is on a whole nother level.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a religious figure who's scary as shit.
yeah. I really thought it was Mila Kunis was pretty fun in the movie as the police chief.
That was very unexpected when she walked in as the police chief, and I'm going, hey, it's Mia Kunis. Like, who cares?
When I saw the cast like a long time ago, like when they announced the cast for this movie, I was like, huh. I'm
Uh,
like Mila Kunis.
Also, and you probably didn't appreciate this much because you watched them out of order. You watched Wake Up Dead Man, and then you watched Glass Onion.
Yeah.
But Glass Onion has the Jeremy Renner hot sauce, and this movie has
Yes.
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I laughed. I did laugh out loud when Jeremy Renner was on the screen because I'm like, oh, the hot sauce dude showed up.
Yeah. And of course, Kaylee Spaney was good too. Kerry Washington's fun as hell too in there. Jeremy Renner, Andrew Scott. But man, like I thought, to me, like the big standouts are like Josh Brolin, Glenn Close, and Josh O'Connor. Daniel Craig's Benoit is always gonna be fun, and I always love watching Benoit in these movies. But like to me, who really stands out are those three.
Josh O'Connor to me definitely.
Well,
Yeah,
you got you to watch The
Josh
Mastermind after
Brolin.
watching this.
Exactly, yeah. So that's should tell you something. I actually watched another movie as his after watching this. Um, but there is a certain scene in here, and I don't think that cast member is on here. Um, but the lady who took the call for the equipment for moving the stone, that scene, I think Josh O'Connor, that's probably the best scene Josh O'Connor's in. Is he's him and Benoit Blanc are tearing up this office looking for these millions, and he gets that call, and she's like, "Can you pray for me?" And I mean, the whole movie just went on like it was like silent and it was just so good, and it's what you kind of needed to get everything like what really fucking matters.
Yeah,
Like all this bullshit going on, and that's what it basically Josh O'Connor's character is like. I'm a priest. Like none of this other shit I should be worrying about. I'm just gonna go be a priest.
yeah. Um, but yeah, dude, I was just kind of like, really, I was like, I like this story, bro, but I was just, oh man, um, I was kind of like, okay, this is a really interesting story, but like, if you line it up between the other two stories that we have, the Glass Onion story, and then we have the original Knives Out film, like, dude, I was like, dude, this story doesn't really like, hold up to the other two.
No, not as well.
It's not as strong as the story, and I think it also has to do because how long was Glass Onion?
I
It
think
could not have been as long as this one, and if it is, this was paced a lot slower than Glass Onion.
it might have been paced because I know Glass Onion was a little bit long. Glass Onion. Glass Onion is 2 hours and 19 minutes.
2 hours and 19, dude. This was paced absolutely slow as shit.
Yeah, it was a bit slower. I mean, they had to fit in the backstory of O'Connor's character. They had to introduce Blanc. They had to do a lot of things in this. Where, yeah, I think it definitely slowed the story down compared to Glass Onion. Because Glass Onion is just a fucking ride. Let's be real. That is a ride of a movie. Of like, and I'm not going to spoil it here, but there are so many twists and turns in that movie comparatively to this. This is pretty straightforward in comparison to that.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I was just like, the pacing is really slower. It's slower compared to the other two films.
Yeah.
Um, So
Also they did my boy Thomas Hayden Church dirty. They killed my man.
yeah, yeah,
I ain't
they
about
killed
that.
Thomas Hayden Church,
Yeah,
man.
I ain't about that.
Yeah.
But Brolin's character did die in a very cool, horrific way. In the bathtub with the acid.
um.
It's a regular clue.
Yeah. The whole thing with the with him not being actually dead and then getting out the grave and being caught on the camera was actually pretty smart. And I was like, okay, this is a pretty smart way to actually like get the plot moving. But like I said, it comes to the idea that it's like, hey, this movie's being paced like shit, man. Because like I was like, dude, there's still a lot more movie left after this. But like I said, it's not terrible, but I don't think it's like a great movie. But it's still really good, and it's
It's
like
a good movie, but in comparison to the other two, it's not as good.
it's easily the weakest from the three for me.
Yeah.
Glass Onion number one, and the original number 2. But
But I hope he makes more. I hope that
I hope
wasn't
so. I hope they make more too, bro.
yeah, I hope that wasn't the last one we see of Benoit Blanc.
Yeah. But yeah, with that said, Brett, let's try to do this. What's your final verdict?
How are we gonna? Well, if we go, Glass Onion's the highest. I'm in agreement with you there. Glass Onion is the highest. Original is second. Where do those two stand out? If you were to do Glass Onion, would you think like around a 9 with Glass Onion?
I think I gave Glass Onion like a 9.
Okay, so we're kind of in the same ballpark. I think the original we fell into 8.
Yeah, easily.
Easily 8. So
Like
I think
maybe like an 8.75 or 8.5.
Oh wow. Okay. So pretty high on that. I think this one is good. But again, it is rough. It is not his best work in just this trilogy alone. Honestly, I think Brick. I would prefer watching Brick, but that's a nostalgia thing for me. I think I would land at like either a 6.75 or a 7.
I think I'm landing like maybe just like a flat 8 for me. Maybe like a
Like a
7.
flat 8? Like you think? But I mean, you did say 8.75.
Pretty original.
I think I'd go with a 7 for this. Actually, I don't know. Josh O'Connor, maybe 7.5. His role, he did do really well. He got me to watch The Mastermind.
Yeah, he did get you to watch the
Yeah,
Mastermind.
I gotta give him like half a point for that.
For those of you who are interested in where this is in the list, this is number 17. This does not crack the 10 at all.
I mean, I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's not top 10 of the year. Good.
Yeah. But with that being said, Brad, I hope that that you all enjoyed that review, and as always, keep up. Hold on, where the fuck is my other banner? Right here. Keep up to date with us.
What score did you give this?
An 8. I just said an 8.
Okay, 8. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on 7.5. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, I think I'm comfortable with an 8.
Okay.
Like it's good. It's just
good.
it's like really good at times. But I'm just kind of like, fuck, dude. Like
Glass Onion's so fucking good.
In a series where like there's better, I'm just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
It's a little not rough around the edges per se, but just it's like, hey man, I think that your other 2 films have done way better.
I mean, do you agree with me though that like a lot of the structure from Brick, Rian Johnson's just very good at doing these mystery detective films.
Which, by the way, I am hoping to watch Brick in theaters. It's playing this month.
8 is still great unless it's out of 100. Then it's Sharknado.
Sharknado, yeah. But with that being said, keep up to date with us on nerdcore.com, Twitter at the Nerdcore, and score Instagram at the Nerdcore, Letterboxd the Nerdcore, TikTok at the Nerdcore, Patreon.com/Nerdcore. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. We are 8 subs away from hitting 600, and we would really appreciate if you help us out over there. But with that being said, we also want to go ahead and shout out our wonderful patrons. Without them, it's not possible. Especially our executive producer, Stacy. You can find him in the Discord. Discord link is in the description below, and talk with him on there. As in, also if you sign up for the Patreon, you can talk to him in the live chat for this podcast, or you gotta wait until the live show. So
Live show.
Make sure to check that all out. And of course, we will be back tomorrow for our review of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, episode 1, which I was able to watch last night. Yeah, so we'll talk about that tomorrow, and then
we may have to talk about the rest of the schedule because I got stuff going on in the weekend.
God damn it!
Sorry.
What they got you doing now?
I got friends coming down. We're doing like a Friendsgiving thing.
The fuck? That was in November.
I don't know. We were all decided January, so that's when we're doing Friendsgiving.
Okay. That's. Well, we'll figure it out because
when you're old, you gotta find time.
No, but it's not like 3 months later.
Yeah, well, you know. Everyone was busy in the other 3 months.
We'll figure it out because I have to work at night on Thursday.
Okay.
So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get him out of here, Brad.
All right, Raul. Thank you, host, as always. Thank you to Stacy for joining us in chat. Thank our listeners out there at Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And if you've learned anything from this show, it's don't make Josh Brolin angry. Young Yoda out.